there, happy Tuesday. We woke up to a little bit more snow this morning, so actually my husband took my kids sledding, so I figured it was a perfect time to hop on and talk a little bit about the Superior Mop system. Okay, so one of the posts, we call it our mop options, right? Mop options. There's 3 mop options or moptions, and the first one is, and these are options how to get the mop, okay? The first one is to buy it, and it's worth every penny. The second one is to host a party, and February is Mop Month, which everybody is always so excited about because the mop is usually like one of the first things on people's wish list, okay? So to be able to get it for free is amazing, okay? And then the third way is to join me in this wonderful Norwex adventure and join my team. And the starter kit's $9.99, includes the mop and the Safe Haven 5 starter kit, and it's just a lot of fun. So those are the 3 ways you can get the Superior Mop system. And just to touch a little bit on about being a hostess, so I did post the hostess rewards, and like say for instance, if you were to have, well, there's 2, you could get the smaller mop system or you can get the large mop system, okay? But say you had a $1,000 party and you had at least 1 booking, okay? With that $1,000 party, you would get the complete mop set. I think there's a couple other things on there. I don't have it memorized yet. And $160 of Norwex's money to have a shopping spree with, okay? So our hostess rewards are really generous. It's not, you know, you get half off of so many items or whatnot. Like you get stuff for free unless you want to spend more than that. So they're really fun, a great way to introduce your friends and families to Norwex, get them some healthier products and better for the environment, you know. So anyway, moving on. This, I'm going to show you the Superior Mop system. I have the large one. It's in the blue and green tone. There's also that really pretty, like the Nordic colors. I don't think they had that when I ordered my starter kit. So anyway, I got this one, which is fine. And basically, so it's that telescopic mop pole that we talked about last week as well. And then you have the mop base, and then it comes with 2 pads here, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Okay, so this is your Superior Mop system. You can also get it now with the rubber brush, but if you don't get the one with the rubber brush, I'd say, you know what, you need the rubber brush, so go ahead and just order that one, okay? And I'm going to show you this too. So, and sorry, I hope my lighting is okay. I don't have my helper here, and this whole lighting and camera thing, I just am totally off sometimes, so sorry. Still practicing. So anyway, looking at the mop, okay, this little ring here, the little ring here is, okay, you're mopping your floor, the phone rings, oh, gotta get the phone right. I could set this down on a counter. I don't have a counter to show you. But this will rest nicely on any kind of countertop, so you don't have to worry about the mop falling or anything. This green ball on the edge could actually be used for scuff marks. So if you have any scuff marks on your floor, flip it over, rub the rubber brush, the rubber head on the scuff marks, and that'll help get rid of those, okay? And then you have your base, okay? And your base is usually a swivel. It swivels all different directions, which is fantastic for getting underneath furniture, I'll show you the baseboards and everything. So just generally like doing your floors, you want it in the swivel. There's this little, you can't really see it here, it locks. If you lock it up, it only allows the head to go, the base to go back and forth. Okay, so what we use that for is if you were doing higher up jobs, like if I'm cleaning my 2nd story windows, I don't want it to be flipping, I don't want it to be swerving and swiveling all over, so I'm just going to lock it like this, okay? So some jobs you might not want the swivel base, okay? But for the floor purposes, I want the swivel base. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it. Okay, so then you look at how your mop should be ergonomically positioned. Okay, so lefty-loosey loosens the mop pole. It very easily slides, can adjust for your height. They recommend that the ball be between your nose and your chin, and then you're going to righty-tighty to tighten it up, okay? And it's good. We're good to go. All right, so that's that component of the mop, okay? And then it comes with 2 mop pads, okay? There are other mop pads that can be purchased separately, but it comes with a dry mop pad and it comes with a wet mop pad, okay? And again, if you get those Nordic colors, they're really pretty, okay? So the dry mop pad is great for before you're washing, before you're going to use the wet one. You're gonna go through, you're gonna pick up any dust, any like small particles, crumbs, hair, any of that stuff that you can pick up first. And it sounds like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the dry and then the wet, but it goes so fast, it's so easy to use that it's like nothing, okay? Or even if you just wanna go through, the kids are in the house and they're dragging stuff all over, you just wanna go through, do a quick little dry run, that's fine too, okay? Like our dust mitt, this microfiber works best by creating that static charge, okay? So you're gonna rub it on itself, okay, create that charge. Or if you have the rubber brush, you can go over it, create that charge. And that's gonna help those like fuzzies, those fuzz bunnies, crumbs, anything stick to this mop pad, okay? So what I like to do is I throw it down, and they all have a hanger on them too, so you can hang them that way. I put it down on my floor. I hope you can see it. Okay, and then I take, and there's Velcro on the back of the pad, and then there's Velcro on the base, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick it on there. Now I always I leave a little bit of overhang here, and I'm gonna show you why, okay? So they recommend doing like a figure 8 when you're cleaning your floor. You're gonna kind of figure 8 it, right? Okay, now the cool thing about this is you could also, what I do with the overhang is I get up on my baseboard and I can dust my baseboard as well. Isn't that nice? It goes on there so nicely, okay? So again, this is just picking up dry stuff. So when you're all through with it, you're gonna go ahead and very easily take it off. And then you're gonna take it to your garbage can, and you're gonna take the rubber brush and you're just gonna brush it all off over the over the garbage can. And you know what, I'm sorry, I actually keep it on the base because it's a little stiffer. So anyway, go ahead and clean it off that way. Okay, so that's the dry pad. Okay, the wet pad is the blue one, or if you get the Nordic, it's a different color. And again, they all say on the tag, they'll say wet, dry. This has the back lock in it. So again, it has that silver in it, okay? Now remember, with Norwex's microfiber, we are mechanically cleaning, okay? So these fibers are grabbing everything off of the floor, okay? And with the wet mop pad, you're also picking up to 99% of bacteria off the floor. So you don't need cleaners, okay? And why is that so wonderful? I'm gonna tell you why. Because number one, it's just water you're cleaning with, okay? Water dries quickly. Your floors are gonna be dry in no time. Before you know it, they're dry. It's unbelievable how quickly they dry. So if you still have kids in the house or whatever, you just wanna do a quick little, it's gonna dry really quick. Speaking of kids, so you have little ones, you have toddlers. I mean, my kids still like crawl around on the floors. They're 8 and 10 and I still find them slithering around on my floors. So then you got the babies who are like licking the floor. You got your pets who are maybe licking the floor, your pets who are walking on the floor. All those chemical cleaners that we have leave that chemical residue behind. So when our pets and our little ones are licking the floor, they're licking chemicals off the floor. So when you're using the Norwex with just water, there's nothing down there. If they get a little dirt, they get a little dirt, but it's still not a chemical, right? So that's what I love about the floor, the mop system, is that it's just, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. Okay, it's a carefree feeling. It's wonderful. All right, anyway, back to the wet head. So you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna run it under water, and then you're gonna wring it out. We don't want it soaking wet because again, it's not the water that's cleaning, it's the microfiber, okay? The microfiber is what's cleaning. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do the same thing, get it wet, you're gonna wring it out, you're gonna go ahead and put it down on the ground. That's how I do it anyway. And then go ahead, it's Velcro like the other one, stick it on there and go to town and clean your floors. Same thing with the wet one. If you wanna get up on those baseboards, you can clean the baseboards as well, okay? Same thing, you might still get some particles on there. So you're gonna go ahead, take your mop pad, put it over the garbage can, use your rubber brush, kind of put it in there, okay? Put all the stuff in there, the debris. Now, if you wanted to, if it was a really dirty, and then you're gonna take I'm sorry, my mind is like going a million miles a minute, sorry. So you're gonna take your wet pad, you're going to go ahead, you're gonna rinse it under the sink, under the faucet, kind of rub it on itself, okay? And then you're gonna wring it out really well. You can go ahead then and you can hang it up. Again, the silver within 24 hours is going to purify this cloth, kill any bacteria that's trying to grow in it, and you're good to go the next time. Okay, so again, you don't have to launder these every single time. If you had a really dirty job, you could take a little bit of the detergent or a little bit of the dishwashing soap, just put a little bit on there, kind of rub it together, same thing, wring it out and hang it up to dry. Okay, so again, the mop system comes with the dry pad, the wet pad, and the base and the pole, all right? However, we do have other mop pads that you can buy separately. One that I have is the tile pad, okay, because I have tile throughout my foyer and in my kitchen. These dark lines are just a little bit rougher, so just a little more scrubby power. But the same thing, get it wet, wring it out. It has the back lock, hang it up to dry, you're good to go again, okay? That's the tile pad. I do not have the chenille pad yet. I will get it, but not yet. But if you remember our Enviro one from last week, it has the chenille like nubs on it. So we do have the chenille mop pad in both the large and the small sizes. And this is really good for if you have a lot of pet hair. This is good for like if you have kind of bigger things, like, I don't know, if someone cuts hair at the house or something, fur, big dust bunnies and stuff. It's really gonna, I'll post some pictures of, it's amazing how much this thing can collect, okay? So this is really good for that, okay? This has a back lock as well. So again, you don't have to launder after every single use. And yeah, so it comes in this green and then in a gray. All right, and then there is a window pad. I have the small window pad because I have the handheld system. This is really nice. I use this like on my shower door, my sliding glass door. But basically what I'll do with this is the same material as the window cloth. So I'll take my wet Enviro cloth, I'll go ahead and clean the window, clean my mirror, and then follow it with the dry window pad. Okay, so this is nice for if you have, again, those second story windows. Okay, you can take your wet mop pad, go ahead and you're gonna clean it, you're gonna wipe it off with the wet one, and then come behind it with the dry one. And this one is going to give it that polish, right? That streak-free finish. So it's really good, again, mirrors and windows. I have a friend who owns a yoga studio. And she bought it and that's how she's using it. She's cleaning all the mirrors in the yoga studio with the wet pad and then following it with this one, the window pad. So this is really nice. And this will, the handheld system, you could actually disconnect just like the mop and the Enviro cloth, and they're all interchangeable too. So if you wanted to, if you're interested in that too, that's really nice. So again, there is, there's other pads that we do have for the mop system, but the system itself again comes with the dry and the wet pad, and the pole and the base. And not only is it great for getting on the baseboards, but it's thin enough. If you notice, I'm gonna just reattach really quickly here. If you notice how thin it is, it's really good at getting kind of like underneath the refrigerator, underneath the stove, appliances, furniture, under doors actually. You could slide it kind of underneath the door. So it's really nice that way. But again, the thing that I like most is that you are cleaning with just water. You're picking up to 99% of bacteria off your floors. Again, so we're not putting our bare feet on chemicals. There's no residues left behind. It's wonderful. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And just to repeat myself one more time, so the options are, you can buy it, I'll post the pricing, but the small one runs about $96. That's before tax and shipping. And then the large one, I believe, is like $115. And then the mop is like $15 or $16. But again, I'll put the pricing down and everything. But February being Mop Month, if you want to host a party and get it for free, that would be tons of fun. Let me know. And then of course joining me in the Norwex journey, and you can get it in your consultant starter kit. So have a good rest of your day and stay tuned for some more posts. Bye bye.